Born in Kano State, Nigeria, Dr. Stella Okoli hails from Inewi, Anambra State. She obtained a bachelor's degree in pharmacy from the University of Bradford, United Kingdom, and later pursued a master's degree in biopharmaceuticals at the University of London. Dr. Stella Okoli's legacy is deeply rooted in our passion for healthcare, our entrepreneurial spirit, and our commitment to societal well-being. Through Emzor Pharmaceuticals, she continues to blaze the trail by revolutionizing drug manufacturing in Nigeria. In 1984, Dr. Okoli founded Emzor Pharmaceutical Industries with the goal of manufacturing high-quality, affordable drugs for the Nigerian markets. Dr. Okoli describes her journey into pharmacy as divine.
I read maths physics and was an engineering student in England when my father came to the university and said to me, "My daughter, you're so nice. I like what you're wearing. You remember where I bought it for you?" I said, "Yes, that is very nice." He said, "If you become an engineer, you'll be under the machine and you will not be able to wear those lovely dresses that I used to buy for you. Why don't you try a more ladylike, kind of a subject so that you can really, continue to look nice and all that." Fathers, I'm the first child, and he was so nice. And I said, "Yes, Dad, yes. Whether I understand what he said or not, I did. But I jumped up, yes, and they took me to a pharmacy school. That is God at work. And everybody in the University of Bradford, where they took me, helped me. Because I never did biology and all these things. You understand? So they helped me and coached me and made sure that every minute I was doing something and learning. So that's how I graduated as, a pharmacist. Having graduated, it was interesting. I worked in a hospital as a hospital pharmacist in England, and I worked for book chemists, and I did my master's in pharmaceuticals. And, everything you kind of good. Worked in England for a while before I came back to Nigeria. When I look back, I can see the hand of God in everything. Because you are supposed to be an engineer. From there, you went to pharmacy. And then when you got to pharmacy, you even loved it. People love you.
Starting as a small distribution company, Emzor has grown into a household name, offering over 120 products that span vitamins, anti-malarial, and antibiotics.
Now do it perfectly so that when I step out, they realize that somebody has arrived.
The brand's flagship product, Emzor Paracetamol, is a staple in homes across Nigeria, known for its efficacy and affordability.
And the award for Best Actress goes to Joke Silva.
I almost didn't make it here today, but thanks to Emzor Para 1000, with just one caplet, I'm back on top.
Father, King of Glory, Lord of Lords,
Emzor Pharmaceutical has turned out to be a great success and now celebrating 40 years of existence.
Well, Emzor began as a chemist shop which is quite typical for most family-run businesses. You start small, a mom and pop shop sort of thing, and it grew the way everything that lasts grows, with consistency and with nourishing. So our wonderful, beloved founder, my mom, Dr. Stella Okoli, poured everything and had such a high level of expectation and of herself and of what the organization would be able to bring. So we've had the opportunity to have a lot of firsts in terms of products being locally manufactured. But I think it's the consistency that's actually led to where things are and really just led to a new beginning. We're certainly rounding a corner, and our team is most certainly ready to avail ourselves of every opportunity that's coming through. So we're just overflowing with gratitude. We just can't believe we're surviving the things that we have. And when we close our eyes, we just can't believe how bright that light is.
I'd like to give also thanks to our board of directors who have helped shape the strategy, helped us weather many various storms, and try and find the right direction and calmer waters. I also like to thank the investors who believe in us, are sticking to us, and are willing to take the risk and this journey with us and vote with where their money is. So they're definitely partners, investors. I'd like to thank our distributors, because without whom, yes, we make our products in 3 factories in Lagos, 1 in Shagamu, but Nigeria is much bigger than that. So we need our distributors to get the products available. And it's not just a question of just distribution. They are deploying capital. They are using their money, borrowing money, buying our products, storing them, and just so ready for when customers are able to buy for them. So they help us spread the network of our products. So we must definitely also give thanks to our distributors, because they're a very, very important part of it.
A lot of you, young and old, are a little bit discouraged with the situation. It's not only here in Nigeria, it's global. We could have bigger challenges, and a lot of you are running outside this country, and a lot of us laugh because we also have the privilege of staying there. But there's no country like Nigeria. When you have population, you have ambitious people, you have people who are not budget driven, they can spend 20 million in 1 second without thinking about it. What are you looking for outside this country? Against all odds, I want to encourage you, and you can hold me responsible. You cannot lose hope. This is why we're celebrating tonight. Emzor would have lost millions of dollars through forex challenges, meeting obligations. But this time demands special commitment to God Almighty. And that's why this night is beautiful. And this season is a season the rich are feeling the heat, because the poor are already on the floor. So it's very interesting. All the rich people in Nigeria are feeling the heat heavily because you are losing tons of billions of naira. But as a disruptor in tech, I believe we will reconcile things. When you have a president who is as streetwise like a lot of us, when you have a president who I think has a profile of performance, Lagos State, I think we'll reverse things very, very soon. So I really want to encourage you. This is not a time to lose hope. If you lost hope, you are dead. And you can't call God and lose hope. I think that's part of why we are here. And when God puts this kind of scenario, that's when you know those who are really good Christians and Muslims.
We're delighted here not only to celebrate, but to encourage the industry, such that we were caught in a desperate situation during COVID, that we've learned our lesson, and that we must fast track the pharmaceutical industry, not just to manufacture, but to discover and to become one of the leading locations on the continent and in the globe known for drug discovery, drug manufacture, and drug self-sufficiency for our indigenous populations.
Emzor is one company the PSN is proud of because when we look around the manufacturing sector, the pharmaceutical sector is very, very important to us. Majority of the drugs in Nigeria are being imported. So if you have a company that is indigenous and is also the largest producing and is now going into active pharmaceutical ingredients production, we have nothing but to be proud of them. So we shall encourage them in any way we can and partner with them for Nigeria to have drug security.
Can assure you, and I've assured them, that their best is yet to come. That company is our flagship. I've also assured them of our cooperation. You know, it's normal in Nigeria, you have a company doing well, and then the indigenes will start giving them also all manners of trouble. Not under my watch, it will not happen. And indeed, that company has been very, very responsive and responsible. And that company, by the grace of God, will continue to grow. The Lord will continue to shine on that company. And for those who've not been there, is that the picture you are seeing is not doing it justice. You need to come to Shagamu, you need to go and see that company and see what they are doing there.
As suggested by the royal father, we visited the plant in Shagamu area of Ogun State.
In this place, we have 5 different plants. We have the oral solid dosage forms, and then we have the liquid plants. So upstairs, we have the quality areas, and then downstairs, we have the production areas. So we'll be starting with the production areas. Okay, so all visitors have to wash their hands. This is for female, that is for male. Yeah. Okay, so please wash your hands, soap, water. Hold on. You're now into the new land.
Safety precautions first before we go right into the production area.
So welcome to the production floor. This is where we do the processing of all the powders, and I'll be taking you through how the materials come in and how they are being processed. So the first starting point is the material airlock, and in here we have materials arranged according to their batch. So here we have different batches, all arranged and waiting for granulation. In this facility, we have 2 different dispensing booths, and each of them furnishes the granulation hall. Okay, so work is currently ongoing. So we're currently processing lockmal caplets. And in here, we have different areas. So first of all, these are paste kettle, where we prepare our hot water that we use for our paste. We have some dedicated blenders for some dedicated products. And the essence of doing all of that is to improve efficiency so that we'll be able to meet the demands of the population. So these are a V-cone blender. We also have a bean blender. And this has a capacity of 800 liters. Blending capacity. Per time? Yeah, per time. So 800 liters can be charged into it. And then these are Zinzang sieving machine. And this is a multi-mill machine. So this is also part of granulation.
So pretty much just getting a lot done at the same time.
Yeah, pretty much getting a lot done at the same time. Yeah, so we could see the fluid bed dryer. So once it's time for materials to be charged, we have a movable lifter that conveys all the materials up.
We cannot but notice how tidy and organized the entire plant is. Every section reflects the company's commitment to wellness. Safety standards are continually adhered to, tested, checked, and revised for continual improvement.
Nigeria, it's a beautiful country, the best country in the world. I say it everywhere because as I have experienced it, and that's what I believe, and that's what I know. Because when I was born, my father used to train white children that they used to bring to him. I was born in Kano. He had the largest granite pyramids. We were dancing around, happy. Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Nobody. We were happy together. Children, and when we grew up, we went to school and all that. You know. So I know from experience that Nigerians are the best people in the world. They're very intelligent. Our young people are so intelligent. The only thing you got to make them stay in one place and work. And once they have absorbed that, they even try to excel. We have a cleaner who is now one of our best electrical engineers. You understand? So opportunities are given to everybody. Nobody cares where you're from or where Nigerians. Only recently we're hearing all these things. So it is amazing what the Lord can do. He wanted us to build a factory for a Nigerian factory in Nigeria. A factory that can compete with any factory, any part of the world. That's what, he wanted us to do. And we started doing it. It must have pleased God that we obeyed, that we don't discriminate, that everybody's, part of, Emzor. It's Emzor family. And we love it. We love people, and people love us. So everybody get their best. If we have an emergency order today, everybody will sacrifice their time, whether it's weekend, whether it's night, whether it's day, and do it. Because they know that's how India is doing it, that's how China is doing it. So why shouldn't Nigerians do it like that? So it is, really, really, really amazing, to know that the Lord has kept us, and we are surviving.
After the death of her son Chike Okoli in 2005, Stella Okoli started the Chike Okoli Foundation in 2006 as a non-profit organization founded with the aim of fighting against poverty and diseases by raising awareness on cardiovascular diseases. She also runs the Chike Okoli Center for Entrepreneurial Studies. Chike Okoli Center for Entrepreneurial Studies is a brainchild of the Chike Okoli Foundation, established in 2007 in partnership with the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, with the aim to provide practical-based and focused with the problem-solving orientation through business incubation and mentorship. Dr. Stella Okoli's laughter brightens up the room. Beyond her business, she's also putting smiles on other people's faces. A passionate advocate for public health, she has spearheaded numerous social responsibility initiatives. In response to the growing crisis of drug abuse among youth, she announced a 1 billion naira anti-drug abuse fund dedicated to critical interventions providing care and rehabilitation for victims of drug abuse.
We are launching today another Emzor Wellness Foundation against drug abuse. And we will provide 1 billion naira fund for that. For critical interventions in the care and rehabilitation of victims of drug abuse. Because it's become something that we can no longer allow to spread in our country.
Thank you very much, Chairman of the occasion.
Emzor Pharmaceuticals is living up to its mantra of unlimited wellness. Emzor has contributed to improving healthcare accessibility in Nigeria, tackling challenges such as counterfeit drugs and promoting local manufacturing. The establishment of an active pharmaceutical ingredient plant marks a significant milestone in enabling local production of essential pharmaceutical ingredients.
Right now, it might interest you that we have API plant. API is a pharmaceutical ingredient plant where the actual raw materials that we use are made. It was, God that, connected us to a gentleman who found me and said, Stella, are you selling this business? I said, yes. He said, I'll help you. I'll transfer technology so that you can be making APIs, especially in malaria. API, that is, active pharmaceutical ingredient. And we have the factory, and that's attracted a lot of attention, both within and outside Nigeria.
Emzor is a trailblazer and the founder as well, but what does this mean for the company?
It's a big leap from the rest of the companies that are working over here, because once, like the must have heard in the COVID era, you have all the facilities, everything is there, but you don't have the raw material API to produce the products. We have scarcity of medicine is there. Now, if we are going to produce, and not only these 4 products, we can produce a number of products depending upon the process availability. We can produce number of it because the basic equipment's availability is already we have got it. Yeah. So it's a very, very big achievement for the company, for the country, everyone, for the peoples involved, everyone.
With all said and done, what's next for Emzor?
World domination, world domination. The projection, I think we're going to exceed even the expectations we have of ourselves. It's the right season for what we carry, which is love for ourselves as an organization, for what we create and bring to the market together, and love for this country. It's time to see a return to local manufacturing and a sense of pride around quality and consistency. Obviously the wind's blowing, but it's a night of Thanksgiving and we have a strong Christian ethos, and I will say that part of what guides us, Jesus said, let us go to the other side. So whatever is happening on the journey, we are assured of getting to the other side. And he wouldn't send you there if there wasn't much, much, much better. So great hope. Stick around.
Emzor has come to stay, and Emzor must reach the highest height. Not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, in the world. Because there's no difference.
As Emzor Pharmaceuticals continues to grow, its focus remains on improving healthcare outcomes, expanding local manufacturing, and maintaining its status as a leader in the industry.
And now
Dr. Stella Okoli's vision and determination promise an even brighter future for Nigerian healthcare.
My friends, I'll say